right, I'm about to go live.
With the conversation going on.
It's enough of that conversation.
What'd you try to say? What'd you token down? It's like, did you go to Vegas? What did you do in Vegas? Is there something we need to know?
What?
That sounds like a yes.
I don't know what you're talking about. Hi, everyone.
I lived in Vegas for a year.
Uh-huh.
Hellcat, this one's for you. I know 2 people in Vegas. Like, that
Never lived in Vegas again after
there.
having lived there.
My friend Shane and his girlfriend Athena. I used to work with them. I think. Oh, I know one other person was there. Like, hi Pelican. A friend's ex-husband lives in Vegas, so I know him, but like we weren't really close. But those are like the only 3 people I know that live in Vegas. No, that's not true. I also have a friend that lives in Nevada, not Vegas, in the area, but he's close. And I forgot he retired out there. That was a crazy dude. So he was one of the guys that that go into the cells in prison, like when there's a riot and stuff. He was one of those guys. We used to call him Superman because he had the physique and appearance of Superman. He was one of my best friends. So like he bought into that nickname so much, like he curled his hair like Superman and everything. Like he had the little curl.
Oh my God.
And
Wow.
but you looked at him like he had a triangle frame, ripped, not overly much, and he was big dude, but he was like. So if Superman went evil, it would be this dude. He went to the military, and he went to the military because he wanted to shoot people, and then he went to after the military he went and did that, and I was like, why would you do that? Like they treat you like shit. He says, yeah, but when you get in, you get to like really hurt them. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, I'm so glad you're my friend. Anyway.
Oh my God.
Yeah. The NBA.
Right, Pelican? Definitely a cool.
And
name.
welcome to Havoc's channel, where you get to hear scary stories before we even play D&D.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Story time with Havoc. Never a dull moment.
Listen, you started talking about Vegas, and I was trying to think of people I know in Vegas, and those are the people I can remember. Athena was cool. I met Shane and Athena when they lived in Florida, but they were having like problems. She almost didn't go. I remember I was there the day they were packing up and getting ready to leave, and she was like, I don't want to go. I don't know what to do. And I was like, you should go. Anyway. All right.
Vegas is a fun place to visit. I definitely wouldn't live there again. And it's not like it's not even a place that I want to visit that often.
Oh, we're not even talking about the visits.
Yeah.
I went to Vegas one time, and it was for a bachelorette party. And I hated it was also during season 8 of Game of Thrones. So like I would ditch everybody to go. Yeah. So I ditched everybody to go watch the episode, and they all come back, and I'm just like in the hotel room crying. And like, of course they're all plastered drunk, and they're just like, what happened? Oh my God. And I'm like, Game of Thrones. Priorities.
Right?
Oh no. I remember the last trip to Vegas, my brother went, and my brother, he's not that bright. he's not. So he met a girl, and she was a professional, and she wanted to go up to the room, and he wanted to take her up to the room, and we're all like, you can't take her to the room. One, this knucklehead has his gun in the room. They have money in the room. No, you can't take her up to the room. So he got mad and disappeared. Like we lost him for 2 days.
Well, he got a room. It just wasn't you guys' room.
Yeah, but we lost him for like 2 days.
Boy.
And like we thought, I was like, how am I gonna explain this to my mother? Because my mother was still alive, and I was like, how am I gonna explain this to her? Like, I lost your son in Nevada. Like, I was like, you got me still. he was a a standby, but
Oh my god.
what? My brother was he's spare parts. That was it.
That's how. That was beautiful.
So anyway, so yes, we're gonna play some D&D tonight. I'm gonna let all these wonderful people introduce themselves. I assume Cheerful is here, even though I haven't heard her yet.
Yeah, she is. We see the bacon. We can't hear her because she is muted because we see bacon screaming.
How do you see? No, the bacon always moves around. But
no, she's talking.
I'm looking at in
The eyes
Discord.
always move.
There it goes.
There goes the bacon.
Okay.
There it goes.
Okay. So, but we're gonna let everybody introduce themselves and the character that they're playing. We'll do a little bit of recap because it's been a little bit of time since the last game. And then we are going to actually take a test. So, who would like to go first?
Can we take it before we left?
You're in school. No.
Such a teacher.
Nobody volunteering? Fine, I'll pick somebody.
Oh.
Druid, go ahead.
The one that's still
the
eating.
one that's chewing is like, I'll do it.
Nom, 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 nom. I am Druid IRL, and I am playing Rhododendron Thistlebloom of the Face on Caravan, who is a satyr bard.
Yay.
She goes by Rio.
She's a satyr. You know where that's from? So
No.
the devil's he doesn't say satyr, he's a sadist from The Devil's Advocate, Al Pacino.
Yeah.
But I was like,
Great movie.
She's a satyr. No. You're gonna hear it in Al Pacino's voice from now on. Anyway. Rio, who's next?
Arthur.
There you go.
Hi, I'm Stormy D, and I play Arthur Peterbaum, the incarnate construct, who will eventually, when we level up, be a Eldritch Knight.
Nice.
And Cheerful Bacon's next.
Go ahead, Cheerful. Take it away.
What? Did we lose Cheerful?
We may have. She's still in Discord, but her avatar went away.
Uh-oh. Possible delay. Oh, she's screaming. Well, Bacon is screaming, but...
Okay.
Go ahead.
My
there's-
least favorite thing about stream, OBS. It's a bully.
What did OBS do?
Apparently, the button I have set push to talk doesn't recognize if I am on OBS screen because I was pushing the button and talking. Also, it just crashed my stream again. It's fine.
Well, it's your turn. Same button. It's doing it again.
I hate it. I hate it. I accidentally clicked on OBS. Don't click OBS. Okay, got it. Hi, I'm Cheerful Bacon. I play Malara, who is a fairy elf. Yeah, that's me.
Okay. And I guess that leaves you, Lady M.
I'm Lady Magdala, affectionately known as Lady M, and I play Thea of the family Amastasia, a high elf druid who is cousins with Malaria.
Beautiful. Now, do you guys remember where you left off? Would you like to do the recap, or would you like me to do the recap?
I remember where we left off.
Go ahead, Druid.
We just got done talking to our main victim of harassment, which is I don't remember the teacher's name, but she is in the library, the biblioteca. Short Beak, thank you. And she sent us over to go talk to another teacher who apparently actually took Rose to the portal to go be sent off to her family, and we were about to interrogate him.
That's right, you were gonna interrogate him. Oh yeah. For some reason, I thought we were past that part. All right. So I keyed up the wrong stuff. Hey V. All right. Yes. So Rosie is missing. You guys want to interrogate one of the professors, and I believe I told you which professor this was, but I have to go find him again because literally I keyed up the wrong stuff. Hold on. 1 second.
Ruxa.
It was Ruxa. Ruxa, I believe.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But my cheat sheet on their personalities and stuff.
Gotcha.
He's looking up to see if he's got another one to piss us off.
No. There'll be no piss. Well, you guys are already pissed off. There's no way around it anymore. I can't help it. All right.
Our characters are pissed off. Us as players are happy and thrilled to be here.
Yes, I hope so. Because if you're not, oh well. I don't know what to tell you.
You're in the wrong place, right?
Yeah, welcome to D&D.
If you're not here to play D&D, there's something wrong. Whoops. So I zoomed in way too far there.
I'm just scrolling down to his little card. I'm almost there. There's too many faculty members. We need to like purge.
There's gonna be a mass firing.
All right, layoffs incoming. One teacher left. Where are you, Ruxa? Come on.
I'm hoping like this necklace is good luck.
Okay. All right. Got him. So, you guys were waiting for the class to exit. The class did exit, and basically standing there is this massive bear in clothing.
Like bear, brown bear.
Big brown bear, yes.
I'm gonna walk my way in.
So he is kind of like he's waving a hand, but the board behind, like he's not touching the board, he's just waving a hand and the board is cleaning off behind as he goes. And he hears you come in, and he like turns and looks over your direction. He is towering like above you at this point because he is about 7 feet tall. I think he's 7 feet tall.
Beautiful.
I'll follow in. Like I think we're all together, so
yeah, you guys are all together.
Excuse me, Professor. Do you have a moment?
Well, he kind of looks over at the wall, and they have the equivalent of like clocks on the wall, like water clocks. So he looks over at the wall. He says, "I have time before my next class. Is there something I can do for you?" And he gives you the look like you are.
My name is Rhododendron Thistlebloom. Everybody calls me Rio. Okay. Please be patient. So because we're all a little freaked out. So we are all a little bit upset because all of a sudden our friend Rosie, who is roommates with Arthur, is disappeared. And
hi, Professor. It's nice to see you again.
And you know, things are kind of off in the bedroom. We found a drop of blood, and it just feels really off, and we just feel like we're not being taken very seriously. And we were told that you were the one that took her to the teleportation, and we just really want to make sure that Rosie didn't get kidnapped.
So he gives you the like animal side head tilt and kind of like leans back a little bit. And he says, "Kidnapped? The Rosie. Which one is Rosie?"
She's really spunky little, gnome who's very like spry, very smart. We had her helping us with like a little project that we're working on the side, and she had a breakthrough, and we were just really worried that she stumbled upon something, and we just are really, really worried. But Professor Sharpbeak said that you were the one that went and took her to the teleportation, and we just really want your validation that it actually happened.
Oh, Miss was Fiddums.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes?
I was told that she needed to return home on a family matter.
Correct. And that's what we keep getting told, but our guts are not telling us that's correct based on the things that we know of Rosie. We just really want you to tell us.
That he was investigating something for us because we've noticed a pattern appearing. Apparently, I'm sure you've heard about some of the violent things that have occurred recently at several different entertainment facilities here on the college. We happen to be there for all of the events, from the
Beau's End?
from the mimic to the when the what was the last one that what was the last fight that we had?
It was at the
Brawl.
fire drill.
Yeah.
The giant
Yeah,
frogs.
like the frog rest.
To the giant toads that were swallowed and stuff. And in each instance, after the event occurred, there was left behind a residue, a magical residue, and it was apparently she was investigating it for us because it like sort of cursed or dirty or something like that.
It felt like a mystery, and we wanted to solve the mystery.
And so she was helping.
And part of
us
the
with that.
Strixhaven Star, so
And she seemed very obsessed with helping us, and it was super important to her. And then suddenly, and it seemed like there's something going on more than that's out of the norm, because 3 things happening so close to each other in a row, and all of them have this same ichor as part of what happened. And so this looked like a pattern. And since he was investigating the substance for us, we while we were talking and investigating further on other things, and then suddenly she's gone in the middle of her investigating it for us, and then there was blood in her room, and somebody had cleaned up in her room, and so you can see, any rational person would see that there's something unusual going on, especially since she suddenly rapidly was gone. So that's the story.
And there's an odd-shaped fingerprint on the door. We have a copy of it. I used makeup and everything, and I got to tape, and then I was able to actually pull the fingerprint off of the door, and it was actually really cool.
All right, so Thea and Millar, you two were standing at the doorway, or did you come into the room as well? Because while he's listening to the story, he just kind of gestures to like some chairs so you could sit down.
I won't sit because I don't want to break the chair. But
that's fine.
I'll let. Yeah.
But Thea would do the sit, or Rio would do the sit down, stand up, sit down, stand up, sit down, stand up. Bullshit.
Okay.
Every time she talks, she's
But you are all in the room, right?
Yeah, Thea is going to be standing next to Arthur.
Okay.
Millar is going to be closer to the door.
Okay. So
and also, Thea is also reaching up and kind of like putting her hand on Arthur and kind of do like a calming tap, but kind of a look of like, hold on a second.
Are you telling who
to kind of slow down the talking, because trying to get Rio to slow down the talking, it's like that's harder.
So
gotta go through the first boss.
so he listens to all of you intent. Like he listens, he doesn't interrupt. He just kind of nods every now and then. He does have like little bifocals sitting across the bridge of his nose, so he does take those off and put them in a pocket. And he just listens and lets you go until you seem like you've exhausted the entire story. And he says, well, I do understand that Strixhaven is a mythical place. I mean, it's magical and has a lot of strange going ons, especially in the beginning of the years, where upperclassmen like to prank new students. And perhaps you're victim of some upperclassmen run-in, maybe? Or, I mean, I do know that I did retrieve Rosie and escort her to the portal. You're just gonna eat a jar of pickle over my shoulder. Yeah. Go away.
Niece, hello, my beautiful niece.
Druid says hi. She's just standing there behind me. Anyway, so I don't know. Like, you have brought this to the attention to, I'm assuming, one of the professors?
Yeah, but everybody's just kind of like brushed us off as if it was a prank and everything. Like, you're the third person that said something about a prank. You know, and so I will say, I feel like you've been the first person to really kind of just like really validate our feelings of the stress and everything, and I really appreciate it. And everybody else has just kind of brushed us off and like looked at us like we were like weird. And I just really want to say that I really, really appreciate it. And I talk a lot faster when I'm really stressed, and I just, you know, this is a really new place, and this is the furthest I've been away from my family, and this is really stressful, and I just really appreciate you. But anyways, so I will say, Rosie was saying that something about how like because there's so much magic, then like it has this like ichor that like the magic produces, and then but she was saying that it was like purified or something like that. So that's why we think that somebody's doing something maliciously. It's sort of, you know. And then it was as soon as she was having this conversation, had this revelation with us. And then she disappears.
Can you confirm, sir, that it was actually her? Is it possible that somebody could have been magically like an illusion or disguise?
I mean, it's possible, but if it was a good illusion, I mean, they would have to be some illusionist to fool my eyes. And he kind of like holds up his hand and like says a few words, and in his palm you see like a picture of like a 3 hologram of Rosie's face. He's like, "This is the young gnome that I retrieved and escorted to the portals."
What was her reaction and her emotions at the time?
She seemed a bit distraught. I mean, I do not know how much information you have, but we do try to keep our students' private affairs private. So I do not know. If you know, then you would understand why she felt that way. If you don't, I am not at liberty to tell you.
Would it be all right if we could you find a way to contact her family and confirm for us that she got there safely?
Well,
I don't think that's unreasonable to ask.
Our portals port without error, and I mean, what you're asking can be done with some measure of effort. I mean, you do understand that Strixhaven doesn't sit on the same plane as.
Oh yes, I'm quite aware. You know, my father, Master Peterbaum, he's on a different plane.
Right.
I understand the different planes. Yes.
So, communication across the planes is a little bit more difficult, but I'm sure that we can reach out and confirm. It may take a few days.
Really quick, Arthur, can I see the picture of the fingerprint that you guys did? And second, I think I saw Thea want to say something.
Well, yeah, Professor, I was wondering, did you happen to notice anything about Rosie in particular? Does she seem, other than she was distraught with whatever has happened with her family, did she herself seem okay? As in, was she hurt? Do you see her favor anything, as if like hurt arm or anything like that?
Did she seem no?
Maybe
She
hands?
no. She didn't seem hurt. She seemed fine.
Hmm.
It took a moment to get her attention.
What was she doing that took a moment to get your attention?
She was working on, I assumed, a lab experiment.
So you were in the room?
Yeah, I retrieved her from her room. Well, her lab. She was in the labs.
Oh, in the labs. Okay.
Yeah.
Wait. So the thing is, we left her in her dorm room, which is also my room, and she was sleeping. She was dead asleep when we left.
How long ago did you leave her?
Out of character, wasn't it
It was
like
About
2
an
or
like
hour
3
before
hours.
she was
3?
retrieved?
It was about
Yeah,
an
so
hour
we
or two.
Yeah.
so we were gone for 3 hours. She left an hour before we made it back from our class.
Right.
Yeah,
so
it was like a
about 2 hours.
4-hour stint. Right.
Yeah, somewhere in that 4 hours, she left her. Like, you don't know exactly when, but somewhere in the 4 hours you were gone, she disappeared. So, but I'm not sure the exact time. It was in the morning. Well after breakfast.
Well, she couldn't have been in 2 places at once. So there's definitely something that needs to be investigated.
I mean,
So
have you met a gnome that has wanted to solve a puzzle?
Yeah, Rosie.
Right.
Exactly.
Also,
she'd been working all night on it already. And so that's why she was exhausted and she went to sleep.
Right, but
I just hold up the
perhaps she
fingerprint.
woke up. So you hold up the drawing of the fingerprint. Okay. He's going to look at it. He's like, this is a rather large individual.
Okay, so they took the artistic liberty of enlarging it. It was it was about like this big versus this big. But I don't know if you can tell by the shape of it. It looks like an odd. May I please see your fingerprint?
He holds up like basically an elongated paw because he is a bear.
And it looks different, right? They don't match.
Correct.
Okay. And also there was like a slimy residue on the door handle as well. Ish. Like a slimy-ish.
May I see it?
That fingerprint?
Mm-hmm.
Here you go.
So
I believe we also took a sample of the slimy residue too, didn't we?
I don't remember if you did. I think
I
you
was
did.
very. I did. Okay. I believe that I would because I was CSIing it like a little.
Yeah, I think you put it in a jar or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think
Petri dish.
Yeah. We did.
Yeah. Okay. So he's looking at the fingerprint currently while you fish out the slime.
Slime.
Shh. You stop that. Okay. So he's looking at the fingerprint. You fish out the slime. And he's like turning the fingerprint, looking at it. He says, how big did you say this was originally? Okay. So you give approximation?
Yeah.
He says, Well, I mean, I'm not exactly sure, but perhaps? I mean, you see here, and he kind of like points at like part of the drawing that looks like just an offshoot squiggle. He says, this, that, I can't be 100% certain, but it depends on how accurate your artist was, but that looks like could be webbing.
See? Do you see why we're like really concerned?
I mean,
webbing as in like amphibian webbing of the hands?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we have several
frog?
Bullywog students. Perhaps one of them might know something.
Are any of them also like into like tinkering, not tinkering, but like, you know, in like the chemical lab kind of thing? Where is that, by the way? Because Rosie went off to like some sort of chemical lab.
I mean, she may have went. Well, I found her at the library's lab, so I can show you there.
Okay.
It's a separate building,
What
not
about
far
your
from the
class
library.
that's coming up next? Can you show us now? Is it going to be bad timing or what?
Well, I mean, there will be classes in session in the lab. They're not going to be empty, but I can take you now. My next class is not for a few hours.
Malara, is there anything else that you kind of wanted to add since we've all kind of had to say something? All of our brains work better together.
Well, could it be webbing like a frog?
Well, I mean, it's possible. Bullywogs are like large frog people.
Professor, I have a question for you. My father used to tell me all kinds of interesting stories about his adventures, and he talked about what do they call them? Doppelgangers. But I don't know much about them. Do they have webbed hands?
They could, if they assume the likeness of that type of creature. I mean, there's literally dozens and dozens of creatures that have webbing in their hand. There are certain like elves that have webbing.
But it shouldn't be too hard to narrow down how many would be here, right? And access to the dorm.
I mean, do you know how many students we have here on a given day?
Well, that have webbing and slime.
Well, I mean, we have students, we have faculty, we have visitors. Some people are not exactly just students. Some people are here learning and researching. So, as far as students, I see if I can get you a list.
When you took Rosie to the portal and everything, did you happen to grasp her hand to say goodbye, to comfort her in her time?
No.
Hmm.
I find that humans tend, or gnomes tend to like to be alone with their emotions.
Okay.
Was there anyone else potentially that you saw? Anything unusual that you saw when you took her there? Anyone maybe following or staring while you were leaving?
I mean, new students tend to stare at me a lot. In fact, you're the first that didn't give me too much of a second glance. So, kudos to you for that. But, when you walk around as a 7-foot bear, most people tend to look at you strangely. Now, here in Strixhaven, I am not that odd or stand out of an occurrence, considering all the magical creatures that exist here. But, I mean, the portals are an active place. People are constantly coming and going. So you guys have heard of the portals. Basically, it's a central location. It's like a subway system, except people are teleporting to different planes.
So, I'm gonna guess it didn't come through my mic. I had said that I wanted to check occasionally out the door for anyone trying, like, might be stopping by or trying to listen to our conversation. That is why Marlara is by the door.
Okay. Yeah, no, that definitely did not come through. Roll perception check, please.
I would also like to roll a sense motive on the professor.
That is not a thing. You want to roll an insight check on the professor?
Sorry. I think it's 3.5. Yes, an insight check.
Okay. So, now with insight, you're basically trying to see if, like, you can get a read on what he's giving you, like, if he's being truthful or anything?
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay,
I want to
that's
make sure that there's nothing that seems sus or shady.
Okay.
And do I need to do that in the
In the tower, please. Because you wouldn't know the
Right.
answer.
Right. How do I bring up the tower again?
So there's a tower on your character sheet. There's a little tower on the corner of your character sheet. You could just drop it there, or your tower should be on the lower right-hand corner near where it says feats. There should be a little tower there. You could drop it there. It might be under a character sheet or a map or something, because it doesn't always
When
stay
you
on
say
top.
drop it, I can just drag the
dice.
Right.
Drag the dice and drop it there. Words are hard.
Very hard. Absolutely.
Okay. All right. So, Melara, there are people milling about outside. You can hear conversations. Nobody's really paying attention to you guys. It doesn't appear that anybody's paying attention to you, is what I should say. As far as motives, Arthur, he seems legit. Like, he doesn't seem to be, like...
Seems sincere. He doesn't seem like he's hiding something.
He doesn't seem like he's being invasive in any way, no.
Okay. All right.
He is, patiently, like, giving you your listening to your questions and answering you thoughtfully, but he doesn't seem to be being evasive or deceitful in any way. Not that you could pick up on anyway. There was mention of a slime. So
yes.
May I?
Yes.
All right. So you hand him the slime, and he kind of like looks at it, gives it like a little swirl, a sniff, and he will say that he recognizes the smell. He thinks it seems to be not 100% certain, but it's more than likely from the bog.
You said from the bog?
Mm-hmm.
So Rosie says something about how that's possibly the place where like all that extra like magical runoff goo black slime stuff that the college produces because there's so much magic. Like she thinks that's where that is, and that's where people have been going to collect that to purify it. That was at least Rosie's theory. That's why we are so intent.
I think your friend Rosie may have been a little bit mistaken.
Okay.
How so?
Well, we don't collect energy from the bog and purify it. It's already pure. Usually, we use it in magical concoctions, and our use of it is what turns it.
So, hold on. Okay. So, the magical runoff is already pure.
No.
Not corrupt.
So the magical runoff is the negative energies. But it's
like a black residue, right?
It could be. And usually it's just like a purplish sludge almost.
Okay. And so Rosie was suggesting that it was possibly dumped in the bog and people were collecting it from there and then purifying it. Because what we've been finding is purified stuff, I guess, is what she said.
Well,
out of character, I thought sorry to interrupt. I just out of character, I thought we she determined that it was not
or
cursed,
cleansed.
But
cleansed.
No, the opposite. No, like I thought you had said that it was toxic. It was like
right.
So I'm misremembering?
Yeah, so Rio just told me that it was being cleansed, and that would be the reverse. That's why he was correcting you in character. He's like,
okay,
that would be the opposite of what. So,
okay,
material collected from the bog would be radiate magic, and it's used as an ingredient. And students are sometimes sent to the bog for collecting purposes. Okay,
right.
So this is what he was telling you in character, but then.
Okay.
No, I know he was telling it in character. I'm just trying to clarify the past when we have done our research already on this stuff, because I remember we made some rolls we investigated this stuff as
Mhm.
well, and I think we ended up having to come into the conclusion that this stuff is like I keep coming to the word cursed, but that's not the right word. It's I think you would use something that it's
Tainted.
tainted. That's the word. Yeah, that's what I was
Mhm.
looking for. That it's been tainted. That it was tainted.
Right.
And so if that's the case, then yeah, I don't know. Any rate, so I just want
Yeah,
to clarify
sorry. My
that.
notes that I have written, it says the magical residue is tainted. Sweet smell was added on purpose, like someone cleansed it.
Mm-hmm. Right.
That's my notes that I have written.
Yeah. So you guys, what you guys have to like also remember is a lot of this stuff is new to you.
Yes.
Rosie is also very gifted, but some of this stuff is new to her too. And then
Mhm.
you made rolls like to see what you could remember and figure out.
Yeah.
So for clarification, Rosie basically said that she believes that the residue from using the magic that comes from the bog is what's being tainted.
Okay.
Okay? So, under normal circumstances, materials are gathered from the bog and they're used in magical whatever.
Yeah.
Whether it's magic items, whether they're creating potions, whatever, it's used.
Okay.
Its use creates a residue. The residue is usually harmless and it's disposed of, but it feels like that is what's being tainted and altered.
Okay, that's what
So
I
you
meant to
skip the
say.
step.
That's what we're
Yes.
trying to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
there
So
was a
that's what
step
I was
skip.
trying to
Yeah.
say. Yeah. So I tell him that.
Right, and he
That's
is.
what I.
So he will confirm that if that is the case, that I mean, one, who would do such a thing?
That's the question. That's the mystery.
Well, it's a good mystery to be on. Two, he would have to like. There would have to be basically a meeting of the faculty and an investigation, which, when you run anything by committee, could take forever.
Yeah, we've already brought this up to Sharpbeak. And we also gave her some examples of the tainted stuff. That's why we also sent some of the samples to Rosie as well. It's one of those like we understand that pranks happen. Trust me, I'm a prankster myself. I grew up with a very large family. I know how it goes. I get it. Trust me.
We don't
But
think that this is a prank.
yeah,
There's something going on because a pattern has emerged. That's what my father would have said.
so
Well, then, I can bring it to faculty. I will tell you that the majority of the faculty members are going to write it off. And it may never have any movement. Or there is another option. Four of you are already on the case, yes?
yes.
Yes.
Mhm.
Well, then continue. And I will support your investigation as much as I can. Just don't get yourselves hurt or killed.
That would be wonderful, sir. One other thing you could help us with then is to take us to the lab where you picked her up, because she was probably working on this project at that time.
Yeah. I
And
hope
we
that
could
it's
see
still
what she
there.
was up to, and maybe you could analyze the work that she's done.
No, he had already agreed to take you to the lab. So
Right.
he wanted to see the slime.
I take the slime back.
He will gladly give it back to you. He never really touched it. He just kind of swirled it around, smelled it, but he never like put his finger in it or anything. He says, "All right, let's head over to the labs."
Thank you. This was the reaction that we were hoping for, and but we kind of might be in trouble with a couple of people because they didn't listen to us. We got more and more passionate, and now we're probably in trouble. Just so you know.
Mainly with Professor Sharkbeak, I got
Okay.
you know, my visor goes pink now because I'm all like blushing. I got a little bit serious.
Okay. Well,
Mostly our dorm lady person. She tried to pull
Oh
rank.
yeah, that lady's nasty.
so I haven't met her, but we will see if we could smooth this over. Mindful, Professor Strongby, we don't want to upset her. She is a sweetheart, but we don't ruffle her feathers, literally. Understand?
Hey, she stood up really tall.
What?
She stood up really
tall.
Yeah.
She got taller than Arthur.
You can tell never ruffled those feathers.
Yeah, and that should go for all faculty members. Remember, everyone, there are a lot of students. There's a lot going on. Not everyone is as patient as I can be. That's probably why they call me. That's probably how I earned my nickname. So.
Oh, what's your nickname?
The patient professor.
I was thinking teddy bear, but I didn't want to assume.
No. So, I will basically, again, if it becomes too much, I don't see anything wrong with you doing a little bit of extracurriculars. As long as you don't put yourselves in unnecessary danger.
Yeah.
And again, you still have to follow all the rules of the school. You are not exempt from those rules. So, no off-limit areas, no dangerous items. And otherwise, we can try and work some of the other things out. Is that fine?
Yes, sir.
Yes. All right. Let's get to the lab before my next class, and let's see what your friend was working on. And with that, he'll grab his glasses, put them back on his nose, and he'll take a little hat and put it on his head.
We all forgot to write our schedules for the week.
Mm-hmm. I know.
Yep.
And I forgot to remind you, so we'll get it next week. All right.
Post it.
Yeah. I'll post it right out of Strixhaven.
I don't even know how to do that. What are you talking about?
Just in case you guys are wondering, he is wearing the colors of a Quandrix professor.
Mm-hmm. So I remember that I have him as one of my professors because I'm in Quandrix. I could have sworn.
Well, the professors teach across different schools, but
sure.
Yeah, he is the substance teacher. So you may have him as one of your professors. Because I remember you just said hi to him, and I was like, I think he's in one of his classes. So yeah. I know I gave you the classes, but I have to go back and look at them to remember. All right. So.
Because my weeks are busy. Because I have 3 classes, 2 clubs, and a job.
Yeah, I know. All of you have fairly. The only one that doesn't have a job is Arthur. So.
And we're trying to figure out when Friday is, or whenever. We said at the beginning of the week, right? Is that what was it? This is why we needed to write it out. Okay.
Okay.
But Monday we all have the same class.
Yeah, Monday is your same class day.
I don't know how to write down my schedule because I don't know where to find that information. I have no idea what day I meet at the Dragon Scar Historical Society or the LARP Guild or what days and hours my classes are. How would I know that stuff?
Well, so this is the thing. I could set up all your schedules, but I'm giving you the freedom to kind of say, this is the schedule. This is kind of how I want to work stuff out, because I don't want to lock you into too many things according to my schedule. Does that make sense? So I'm giving you a little bit of So I'm giving you guys a little bit of freedom to come behind the DM screen and say, this is how my schedule is going to work out. And unless it's totally botched, I'm going to be like, no, or yeah, that's fine. So I'm letting you create your schedules.
Basically, we're in college and we're deciding which classes we're taking and when.
Yeah.
And extracurriculars. Yeah. I get that. Okay. I get you. I guess.
Okay. So,
but okay. I see what you're saying. We should probably coordinate all of us together though, so that at least we're
Right, you
separated
should.
less often.
Because I gave you your
We can try to
class
find a time.
list. I gave you like all your classes that you're taking and your extracurriculars, and just common sense. Like if we three are in this class, yeah, you should agree that these class. So the one class I told you, you have it Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and that's in the morning. That's the only class that I know for sure you all have together. So that's why I set that one. The rest of them, I'm letting you guys pick them, or set them up together. So yes,
We'll find a time to.
Well, I mean, you could just post your classes. I don't think you all have the same classes. I think a couple of you have one or two at the same time, but it's not a lot. I also sent you the list of classes, and you guys picked the ones you wanted to take. So, and again, they don't have to be at the same time. Remember, they teach the same class over and over. Like, you might have the morning class of, potions and brews, and then there's an afternoon class, so you don't actually have to be in the same class, but if you want to, that's fine. That's why I said I'm letting you guys make up your schedules. Anyway, is you guys doing anything as you walk over to the labs? As you're walking over to the labs, he's going to tell you and explain to you that, we keep the labs in a secure facility outside from the last explosion. Too many casualties. We lost too many books that day.
Thea's trying to process that a little bit. It's like, was it just books that may have reached an unfortunate end?
Oh, yeah. I mean, well, we had a few students that didn't do too well, but we were able to, get a few clerics in here and get them back. Luckily, some clerics of Torm were visiting. They wanted to do some research.
You all don't have a staff of clerics on staff?
With as much coming and going as happens here, no, we don't have a hospital. Most people lean towards arcane, but we do have, all kinds of professions that visit us. I mean,
I'm a bard.
Yeah. See, she's a bard. And we don't limit the school, but most clerics or religious devouts want to go on pilgrimage to see their gods. And sometimes they frown on what we do here.
I can see that. I've met some pretty snooty clerics in my travels.
See?
None of it, because one of my uncles is a super powerful bard. He's really magical and stuff, and he also a little bit of a trickster, I will say. And he may or may not have pulled a couple of pranks on some clerics, and they did not like it.
Oh, well, yeah, no.
But that's those are clerics from some pretty rich houses, so
My favorite clerics are the dwarven ones. Do you know their holy water is ale?
I believe it. I see Cheerful Bacon trying to talk, and I just see her moving and not talking.
I see her moving, but I didn't hear what she was saying. What did you say, Cheerful?
Oh, sorry, I was talking to my chat.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Wanted to make sure.
That's fair. So, he'll tell you about dwarves from Faerun along the Sword Coast, that many of their religions their holy water is actually brewed ale, and they use it in all their ceremonies. But they
Rio just is taking notes and asking questions too about it.
You'll eventually get to the building, and you'll head inside. It's basically a short, not 2 stories wide, brick and mortar building. It looks like a bunker almost as you approach it, and you head up a couple of steps, walk inside, and instantly you can smell chemicals. You can see mist floating near the ceiling, and he will head down towards the lab that he found Rosie. He says, just down here, room 217. And he'll head into the door. He'll like turn and look at you as he grabs the doorknob, and he'll swing the door in. And he just goes,
What?
So as you turn and all look into the room, the lab is trashed.
Oh,
Do you see? Oh my gosh. Okay, so everybody, pause. We need to sketch out what this looks like.
I'm gonna get you a camera.
Please. Please. I'm becoming an investigative
a magical
journalist.
camera.
There's just like a little dude inside that does rapid paintings.
Yes. It's just you click it and it bonks him on the head to wake him up.
He's a quickling, so he's really fast.
I just feed him cheese.
Oh my god.
Okay.
So you
Can
like
that
everybody
please be canon?
freezes, and he just like looks around there and he says, "I assure you, this was not like this the other day."
Okay. You
I mean,
literally
earlier today.
I mean,
Earlier
earlier
today?
today.
Earlier today.
Yeah, sorry. It's been a week.
Hmm.
bet we're not going to find the black goo.
Luckily, we kept a sample, didn't we?
No, we gave it to Rosie.
You gave them all to Rosie.
We gave them all to
Mm.
Rosie.
Except
And the other ones we
for-
gave to
except for
Sharpie.
Miss Sharpbeak, we gave a sample of too.
Right, you gave her one as well.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Professor
maybe there's a
Sharpie has a...
possibility. There's, and Thea's going to stop for a second, and it's like, maybe we should not speak in the open if this is the case.
We should carefully go
guts.
in and inspect the place and look for slime and stuff that was cleaned up, maybe,
And any
or
notes.
yeah. Although you would think that if somebody ransacked the place, then they would have tried to take anything that might be useful, but they might have missed something. So I think we should all search very diligently. What do you think, Professor?
Yes, hurry. And he'll like push you all into the room and like basically come in behind you and close the door.
I'm going to start investigating with my super good investigation.
Okay.
What is your super good investigation?
I just have proficiency.
Oh, okay.
Ah.
So that's all right. So what are you exactly doing? Like you just looking around the room?
So first things first, I'm going to take a mental note of what the room looks like,
Mhm.
just in its trashed state. And then I'm going to specifically look for the black goo first, followed up by any notes of Rosie's, because I've seen her handwriting, so I could understand that I can't read her handwriting because she talks in like gnomish shorthand.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
So those are the two things that I'm specifically looking for first and foremost.
That's fair.
Also, guys, really quick, everybody, really quick. Also, if there's any fingerprints, just look for fingerprints. If there's any fingerprints, then I could try to lift it again. Because I totally brought my disguise kit.
Did you?
No.
I was gonna
No.
say. You stop that. All right.
I want to investigate, but I'm looking for anything out of the ordinary. Like she's looking for the black goo and notes
Mm-hmm.
primarily, and I'm also going to take a mental picture of the room.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna search for anything like out of the ordinary. The slime, the slime, any footprints, any blood, any just things that, I mean, it's gonna hard to tell if it's been ransacked and turned over and wrecked, but I'm gonna look between the lines, as it were.
All right. What about Thea and Malara? What are you guys doing? Can't hear you.
Millar? I was gonna let you answer first. Ew, I got Duffy.
Is
Okay.
she AFK?
Um.
What time is it?
Mm.
Oh, it could be
Thea is going to also be looking around, but trying to see. I know. Wait a minute. Let me rethink this because I know that the professor said that they retrieved Rosie from here and it wasn't trashed then. So if they took Rosie out. No, it's still going to be looking to see if there was something other than it being trashed. If, like, blood and notes. Blood and notes.
You're looking for blood and
Get my
notes.
brain to work.
Okay, so you're looking for
Blood and
stuff.
notes.
You two are trying to make a mental picture of the room and like keep it intact in your brain. Okay, so you rolled the dice, Arthur, before I asked for it. Do you want to use that for your taking the mental picture?
Oh, so it's going to be 2 separate rolls? Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
fine.
we're gonna split some rolls up because one is you guys are basically trying to take a photograph in your brain of a picture. And if you ever played that little thing where you try to find the differences, that shit's sometimes hard. So I would need to check for that first. So you want to use that one? That's fine. I just want to know.
Yeah, that would be
that
my
be an
first. That's my
investigation
first
or a
roll.
different kind of check then?
It is an investigation check, but there's going to be multiple because you're doing different things. So,
Okay.
I'm fine with that
So
one.
we're all rolling
Okay.
that one?
I'm sorry that I jumped the gun.
No, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's just, it's just, I know what you wanted to do, but you didn't know I was going to split them up. So, no, Thea, you hold on because you're just looking around. They're trying to basically create this image in their head of what the room looks like. All right, so Rio, do the same thing. Investigation check, please.
I did do a preemptive roll.
Oh, you did one too? I thought that was your last one. Okay, so the two of you are like standing there, documenting the room. Now, Rio, you said you were gonna draw it out, like you're gonna use a sketch pad.
I was gonna just like sketch out like details of what. Just be like, okay, desk. So walls, desk is here now. There's some like boxes. There's some like tools that were smashed here. Just like a rough sketch.
All right,
and then I was gonna try to.
So you could do your roll again. It would be with advantage. So just do it a second time.
Where are you?
That was
While she's doing that, I'm going to ask the professor. I'm going to ask the professor, Professor Rooksa, is there a way that you can do a prestidigitation that's sort of like a snapshot of what you can see? I still haven't quite awakened my magical powers yet from learning and stuff, so I'm not quite there yet. So I don't quite understand it. But I wonder if that's a possibility to kind of creatively use prestidigitation that way, like like while you're viewing something, to make a holographic image like you did of her face before. If you make a holographic image of what we're seeing, and then you sort of like.
Yeah, I wouldn't use prestidigitation. I have spells that are more reliable for that.
Oh, okay.
I just
what would that be?
Don't have them prepared right now. So, but okay. I would use illusion magic. Prestidigitation, that's a good thought to it, but I can't see it like actually drawing a picture with it. As a DM, okay. I'm saying that. Like good thought, but it's a little bit much for the simple cantrip. Remember, those spells are meant to be like simple stuff.
Yeah.
So, but Rio, you're doing a sketch of the room, right?
Yeah.
Ruexa is going to basically stand at the doorway, like he's looking out in the corridor. He says, "I need to report this. Okay, I will buy you some time. I figure you got about 30 minutes.
on it, boss. Teammates, we're in this together now. I hope you realize it.
We'll be back. And he actually, like, will go to walk out the room unless one of you say something to him.
He didn't say no, guys.
Well, he didn't say no to what?
Us being team. He's a part of the team now.
Oh, he thought you were talking to the rest of the group.
Oh, nope. I was talking to him.
Yep. That went right over his head.
Good, because it makes it even funnier.
All right, so he's gonna like basically sneak out, close the door, and you hear it like lock from outside. So you hear like the clicking. He locks you in. There is a lock on this side. Like you can unlock the door, but he did lock it from outside so nobody can come in and bother you.
Yeah. Okay. So now
he's the bad guy. I just saw all your faces like it was him. It's a bitch.
God damn it! Now we're locked in here. So really quick, I think now we lucked out in having the discussion with that professor, and he seems to believe us and seems to be on our side. But I am now a little wary that we found one out of how many, and if we continue telling everyone the same thing, if this is going to be a possibility of like our rooms and our lives or what's going on. So I think maybe from now on, we need to be a little bit more wary of who we're talking to.
I completely agree. Now that we have at least an ally that is like a teacher, I think is good. But the thing is, we only have 30 minutes. We can talk about this as soon as we're done investigating. I'm going to start looking for the black goo and then notes.
Okay, so hold on, because Arthur was doing a second thing and I didn't get to do his second roll. So Arthur, you were looking around. You're trying to assess what has happened in this room, right? Okay. I was going to have you roll perception, though.
Okay.
So I'll explain my differences for perception and investigation. Investigation is you're looking for something that you know what you're looking for. Perception is when you're trying to figure out something that you can't see. All right? So usually that's how I differentiate between the two. You could also say there is a case to be made for investigation. You're like, I see all the evidence and I'm trying to ascertain, but it's usually we go back and forth and decide which one's better. So just looking around the room and trying to piece it together and like what's going on, you have rolled very good for a perception check. Not so good for an investigation check. So,
okay.
What you can tell is one, there's been a fire. So there is a granite slab. All right, let me describe. There's a bunch of like granite slab lab tables. They're about 4 by 8. They're huge. Near one of the tables, you can see a step stool. Okay, and step stool's knocked over. Okay, probably the perfect height for somebody of Rosie's stature to work at this lab table. You also see that there are footprints on this particular lab table, because sometimes Rosie may have just decided to stand on the table because it's that much easier. Makes sense.
100.
All right, so these are the things you're like picking up as you're looking around the room. You see these little things. So this is the table, but this also looks like the source of the damage. So near the table, in basically a metal bowl, like a cauldron, like a cast iron bowl, but it's not like a cauldron that closes up towards the top. It's just like a half round bowl. It only goes up halfway. It doesn't do that whole top part. Anyway, so this cast iron bowl, inside there's ashes. Okay? It looks like basically you could still see the binding in there of a book that has been burned. There also appears to be at the top of the granite slab, there is what appears to be like a scorch mark that radiates out, and it looks like that's like all the damage kind of leans away from that blast.
Can I do an Arcana check to see if that seems like that was caused by some sort of like firebolt or fireball or
You can roll an
some sort
Arcana
of
check,
magic?
yes. Yeah, you can see if you can figure out what magic it was. Yeah. So you are pretty sure this is a fireball, but it's not as big as you like. You've seen scorch marks from fireballs before. They're huge. This one looks like it's a miniature version because it's only the top of the table.
Okay. I'm gonna share that with the group.
There are several broken beakers, Rio. You do not find any of the goo. You do see the broken jar that you had scooped the goo into, though.
But it's broken.
Oh yeah, it's shattered. Like,
does it look like there's any like ashy residue? Like, because we know that the goo, once it's exposed to oxygen, it turned into an ash.
Yeah.
Does it look like there's that ash residue in there?
It's like blackened, but there's so much like ash and soot around the table as well that it's kind of just mixed into it. Because the book that was burning, you figured that I don't know if you ever set fire to a piece of paper, you know how it flutters up with the heat and then spills all over the place? You see those little remnants all over the room.
Can I? Okay, sorry. Anybody else want to do anything?
Well, first off, do you point out that stuff to us? Like I pointed out?
Yes, of course.
I'm assuming you guys are doing this as a group. That's why I'm not specifically telling one of you. Like, I'm telling everybody.
Rio narrates what she's doing. Are you shocked?
Of course she does.
I am not surprised in a little bit.
Yeah, Thea's just looking around and everything like that because considering that the professor had mentioned that the handprint seemed like it had webbing, and then Arthur saying something about doppelgangers and the possibility that it could be that way. It's like, in Thea's mind, she's processing something, which is why she's looking for possibility signs of, like, maybe Rosie got hurt in here.
Blood.
Wow. I would say roll an investigation because you're looking specifically for like a wound, right? Like that she got hurt.
Yeah, and the notes would be like if she was writing down something, maybe there's something on that would lead to something. But if she actually could have possibly gotten hurt here.
Wait, go back to notes.
Remember I said notes and blood, kind of meaning like.
Well, the notes. Notes. All the paper has been burnt. Like that was the book that you guys found. So
all of it's burnt.
It looks like every piece of paper in this room is ashed. Yes.
Fabulous. Okay, then yeah, going to the whole blood thing. So investigation.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
What is
Tower.
This? Oh, that is awesome.
Does that look close enough?
Yes. I love that you send me little things during the game, but I'm so used to ignoring Discord during games, and now it's like I have to look.
Because I send you
at least the druids in there.
So
I sent a little ChatGPT sketch. I'll send it to you.
It's a drawing of like the lab. Okay, so Thea, you don't find anything in the room that looks like you can't. There's no sign of like a person being in this room, as far as like blood or flesh or like chalk outline of a person's body, scorch marks, nothing. Like there's nothing. Like you don't think anyone was hurt.
I must have rolled bad.
Or there's nothing in the room.
Or there's nothing in the room. But the look on your face is like, eh. It's like, It's like, okay. see. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I could be looking at other than what everybody else is looking for. Oh, looking. Are there windows in this lab?
No. Remember I said this place looked like a bunker. There's no windows.
Okay, so completely like a bunker. Oh, bunkers can have
And
windows.
during your like
How about
investigations, you do see like there's other damage to the room. It may have been there's chips out of the wall. There's like what looks like small, almost like craters in the stucco. That has been painted over. So magic
Like
experiments
freshly,
going
or
no, like that's why I said painted over. They like basically
Okay.
these magic experiments go awry sometimes, and that's why the wall is so thick, and that's why the place is built like a bunker. It's not to keep people out, it's to keep the freaking mistakes in. What were you gonna say, Theo? Rio? I don't know why I just put your two names together. I was like, Theo?
Okay, guys. Theory. Okay. So, I think that whomever it was that they escorted is one of a team of people. Okay, because that person that was originally dressed as Rosie was not actually Rosie, or it was actually it was actually Rosie, and then somebody else was like dressed as Rosie and then destroyed this place, and they snuck her out of here, but it was a trap that she was snuck out of here.
That's a hypothesis, not a theory.
Well, true. We will have to test the hypothesis to see if we can confirm it or deny it. But again,
ideas at the wall.
If magic is involved in everything like that, I know there's magical means of. I almost said a different word, but not scrying, spying. Spying is the word I'm looking for, but I think it's called something else.
Scrying.
I believe, yeah, it is scrying, but I'm trying to say the word spying because I'm not too familiar with scrying. Well, character Thea not too familiar, whereas person me knows scrying. So I know there are magical means to spy, and since there's obviously been events in here, I have this just feeling.
I think it'll be really hard to if that was really Rosie that went home, then I'm sure the professor would tell us that it's really hard to scry on somebody across planes. But your idea is a good one. We could try scrying for Rosie, because if she's still here on this plane, then the scrying should allow us to find her.
Well, there's that thought too, but I meant more like someone spying in this room magically. Listening in, kind of.
Well, you think someone's scrying on it right now?
Like a magical bug. Oh wait, that might. Let me see. I don't know if you understand that. Yeah, possibly someone listening in right now. Just
also, my father used a Palantir all the time to do scrying stuff, and it was a lot of the things he did. I don't necessarily know how to do it, but it was something that he did, and so I get what you're saying, and I think it's a wonderful idea. We should try and scry on her. If we can find somebody who has a crystal ball or Palantir or a scrying pool or something.
But let's also discuss this out of these quarters, because again, if someone with magical ability has been in here, maybe they are spying on us.
Oh, you're saying that we need to be quiet about what we think until
we're in a place that maybe we feel safe to discuss because I just have this really weird feeling.
What do you think, Melara? You've been very quiet.
I don't know if she's back.
She had typed back, but I haven't seen anything afterwards.
I know she had like one of the bits. Oh wait, she just lit up, but she's muted. Cause it like her token lit up. So she said something in Discord, but the sound didn't come through. Try again.
Dreaming is dynamic.
And tech really likes to mess with cheerful bacon, doesn't it?
It's very upsetting.
For her, not at her.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes. I was about to clarify that.
I would have.
Oh, I knew what you meant.
Mm.
Melara, you're lighting up, but we can't hear you.
How about now?
Thorn in foot.
There we go.
Yep, I heard it.
Ooh. Oh,
Well, don't fudge. Get back here. Well, Arthur, I think our best bet is to see if there's a way, well, to continue investigating and for maybe to split, so some of us try to find a way to contact Rosie. I'm frustrated at Professor for even the idea that we can't contact her because of what's going on. And if she really is grieving and something really did happen at home, we're just making sure she's okay. I don't see how that is an issue, but Professor just
Well, I think now that he's seen that the lab is trashed, I think he's going to change his mind quickly about that, and I'll bet the other staff will too, because they can't go on ignoring this anymore.
Well, we would hope they wouldn't go on ignoring this, but you don't, Arthur, know adults, but see, and I understand adults can magically dismiss children's whims. We are young, after all.
Well, aren't you
Sorry.
like 70 something?
I'm actually over 100, Arthur. But for my kind and Thea's kind, we're young. We just became adults. There's obviously older than us, so we've not lived that many years in the eyes of adults because we
You're
just
super
became one
way older
ourselves.
than me. Like you're ancient and decrepit compared to me, because I'm only like 13.
And yet you retain so much. It's truly amazing what you can do, Arthur. You are very special, and I'm glad I actually got to run into you and call you my friend. This has been, well, Theo was right. This is the best experience. I definitely needed this to get out and to not just be with the forest and the trees and nature.
And get corrupted by me.
Yes, Rio, and get
that
corrupted by
did
you.
seem to be a
Speaking of
destined
which,
situation.
we Arthur, since you're so good at drawing, maybe you want to also sketch the way that this lab is, or especially what's here on this table, so we have an image of it.
I can
Especially
definitely try. That would be
Professor.
performance, right, boss?
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. I'm waiting for Rio to like look at her chat in Fantasy Grounds.
How do you look in your chat in Fantasy Grounds?
The chat bar where you roll the dice. It's also chat. I can send you messages there.
Yeah, they can be private ones. Just be careful how you answer because if it doesn't go directly to the DM, we'll all see it.
How does one respond in private?
So you could click on DM. So if you click on the tower, it'll whisper DM.
Right click.
Since I never whisper to myself, I don't remember what the actual key command is. It's like slash whisper or something, but I just right click
Yeah,
on the pictures.
You all of a sudden see Rio just kind of freeze and just start inching over and listening specifically at the door handle.
What you doing, Rio?
So you see her there, and you see the door handle like shake.
Is
I'm
Rio,
gonna
roll me a perception check real quick, because you were listening at the door. Arthur, you had started drawing, but you could stop, obviously.
Mhm.
Yeah, you hear like, confound it. Dude, I had the right key. Okay, that's not it. You hear that from outside.
Does it sound to her like Ruxa?
Hold on, it's Rio.
It's
No, I meant to
it's
her.
not Rox. It's not Roxa. No.
Okay.
Totally different voice. Rio, you say hello.
Yeah.
Who is that? Is that you?
Who's me?
What do you mean? You're you.
Who do you think I am?
The gnome, the little one, the lily lady.
The what lady?
Wait, lily, some flower thing.
Rosie?
Yeah, that's it. You're Rosie.
Who are you?
I'm the janitor.
Janitor? Did the janitor did I call you here? I don't remember. I haven't slept yet.
No, I'm making my rounds. Come on, open the door. I gotta clean up.
Can you give me a second? I have to get dressed. Can you go away?
Dressed?
Shh. I promise. I'll be out of here soon, okay? An experiment gone wrong.
Oh, do you need me to get someone?
I'm okay. My clothes aren't, but I'll be okay. I have somebody bringing me clothes.
All right,
Can you go away for a little bit?
You hear like him say something like lower, like, all right, X7, come on, we'll go to the next room. And you hear like, geek, and then you hear him walking away.
Take the fucking drink.
Okay. I think we should probably go, guys.
No, we gotta stay here and wait till the Professor Rockfa and folks come back.
Well, okay. No, the thing is, he made it sound like we needed to get out of here and like not be here when he gets back. We had 30 minutes, 20 minutes ago.
Oh, that what he meant?
That's what I
Yeah.
thought, because he like locked it. He was just like, okay, you guys have 30 minutes. I have to go report this. I'll be back. And you guys have 30 minutes.
How
To
much
me,
time
that
has it
sounded like that we
been?
had to get out of here.
How
Yeah,
much
I
time has
agree
it
with
been?
Rio.
Approximately
Yeah, because
20
she's
minutes?
looking at her Apple Watch.
She's
verbal
checking her
time
wrist
clock?
tattoo, like,
It's a
Yeah,
hair past the
her
circle, okay?
tattoo of a sundial on her wrist.
The great magical speaking sundial.
It
has been-
It has been about 20 minutes.
Okay, so quickly sketch what we have going on here. And we're going to just take some mental notes. I did not find the goo, but I found the jar that the goo was in, so I'm going to take that. And
I don't think
did
we
anybody
gotta
else want to look at anything
go,
else?
because he's gonna tell them that we came with him and we were the one who suggested that he come here to begin with.
Well, considering the fact that the professors have had a very bad reaction with us doing anything except for him, it might actually be bad for him if we were here, because then they'll start questioning about why we're here in the first place. And it probably will turn out badly. I'm with Rio. I agree that he gave us the time frame so that we could accomplish whatever we need to do here and then go.
Okay, we got to get going. I feel like I hear
Yep.
something in the hall. We got to get going. Let's go, guys.
Just Arthur, how much longer do you need?
I hear people in
I
the hall.
need to draw this, but I also don't think we should leave. I think we could wait outside in the hall, but I think we need to wait here for the professor because we're part
Okay,
of this investigation. And now, like, if
but
if
That's
we suddenly leave,
uh,
then he's gonna think that we got kidnapped or
um,
something.
no, Arthur, he he may not tell them that we are the ones that were with him when he came to the lab.
But why would he not? We like
'Cause he's
this
trying
Dark
to
Leaf
help
already
us.
knows that we were the ones here, and
I know, Arthur. It's a lot right now, but this is grown-ups kind of do this thing where they frown on especially younger kids being in a spot they're not normally at. Especially if we've already gotten trouble and stirred up trouble, and Professor Sharkbeak is kind of upset at us right now. So I think it's safer if we at least go out of the room and just be in the. We could be in the area if you really want to connect with the professor, but we
yeah,
probably
I
shouldn't
think we should wait
be
outside in
in
the
the.
hall for him to come
Okay,
after,
so how much more
Mm,
time do you need to finish? Because we got to get to the hallway to do that.
there's voices in the hallway. We're probably about to get caught and get in trouble.
we need to go now, and it would really be good that they don't know that we're here, because it's just so much explanations. But let's go.
All right. So
There's so much to discuss.
now I know Rio had already sketched out a drawing. Arthur started to sketch out a drawing and kept getting stopped. So
Yeah.
he hasn't really got anything done yet. And yes, you do hear a conversation going on in the corridor. And you hear, "Oh wait, you don't want to go in there. Some naked gnome, I think. Something about an experiment. I don't know, Professor. Do you know anything about this? Well, as I told you, there was an accident in the room. There shouldn't be anybody in there at this time. Are you sure you heard a
Do we
voice?
all hear this?
Yeah, you guys hear this conversation going on the other side of the door.
What is it? Does it sound like Ruxa?
That is Ruxa speaking.
Okay,
He says,
we'll open the door. I'm just gonna reach over, unlock the door, and open it.
he kind of looks at you. He goes and like just wide-eyed, and then looks back over. Standing over is a bluish purple-skinned, very thin, lanky elf with white hair. And he kind of like looks at Ruxa, looks down at you, looks over at Ruxa. He says, "Will somebody like to explain what's going on here?"
I just look at Arthur.
Ruxer looks over. He says, I'm not sure, Professor. What are you students doing here?"
Um, Professor, we were just stopping in for a moment because we really wanted to try this real quick experiment. And Rosie, being Arthur's roommate, had given us previous permission to just come use this lab in case we needed to do like a quick experiment. She already had it all set up and everything, so she was just letting us in. We just wanted to do this real quick one before next class, so we just ducked in here real quick. I'm sorry, but we'll get out of your way now. Come on, guys. We can't do our experiment after all.
The purple uh, professor will look over and he says, "We have a Professor Rosie now?" No. That's the student I had mentioned earlier. These must be friends of hers.
We were looking
Oh,
for her, and she
yeah.
hangs out here, and we haven't been able to find her because nobody's taking us seriously. And we
Rio?
came here to find her, and we found the room like this.
Rio.
Yes.
She's gonna grab your arm.
When you say
We're gonna
room
get
like this,
Professor.
he leans over to look into the room. He's like, what has happened here?" He says,
That's the question.
That's true. We
But
don't know what's happening here.
But like
he looks,
like Malaria said, we came in to see her and to join to work on something. This was here when we got here. We just got here, so we're going to leave now because obviously you guys are going to be looking at this. Let's go.
nobody's
Come on,
going
Rio.
anywhere. Professor Uxa, I believe that we have a meeting tomorrow. Perhaps we should discuss your tenure. I also believe you should handle these students and this mess. And you hear a voice, oh, I was just about to clean up the mess. He's like, you will do nothing of the kind, they will clean it. Perhaps it'll be a good use for practicing their castings. And he kind of like turns and starts to storm down the hall. Rux is just like shakes his head.
We were trying, Professor. We were trying.
Well,
No, wait, you know Rexus?
What? I'm sorry.
You know Rexus? I didn't know that, Thea. Professor, I'm so sorry. We should have gotten permission beforehand to come, but janitor, thank you for offering to clean it. And yes, Professor, we will get on cleaning this since we stumbled upon it and we try to use it, right, Professor?
He's like watching the other one walk down the corridor. And he just kind of like squints his eyes at him and then turns to all of you. This is the first time he looks angry. Like most of the times he just looked like a like teddy bear, but now he's scowling a little bit. His lip is up in a snarl, and he like turns and looks over. He says, "What happened? Like, I told you, not too many teachers are going to be like sympathetic with your cause."
That's why we were
I don't
trying to
understand
get up, but
why that would
unfortunately
be
it
the
wasn't enough
case.
time.
There's obviously something criminal going on here. This makes no sense.
Arthur, you have no evidence of any crime. You have
Bullshit.
theory. Okay.
Arthur!
Spill out your evidence, Arthur. Please. Non-circumstantial evidence. Present it to me.
As I explained, we have a plethora of circumstantial evidence that adds up to a pattern. And the pattern has led us to this ransacked facility. So, as you can see, there's something to be concerned about. If you, as a professor on staff, cannot convince whatever administrator that was that we need to be investigating this further, then your staff is incompetent.
Yes. Some of the most gifted mages in the multiverse are incompetent, Arthur. You're correct.
It sounds like a lot like politics.
Well, it is.
And ego.
There's that too.
Well,
but you have no
I
proof
apologize
of any
Professor
crime.
Ruxa.
You have no proof of any crime. You have theories and a bunch of coincidences, circumstances that can be easily explained individually. Yes, as a grouping, perhaps something is afoot. And I believed you, but your outburst doesn't help your case. We said, you still must follow the rules. You still must respect your professors.
Which is exactly why I stayed and wanted to open the door. I thought you needed us to be here to be witnesses to the fact that we brought you here for this.
No, you're covert. Covert.
You didn't tell me that. I didn't know that. What is covert?
You're investigating in secret. You can't, the professors will not accept this. The deans would absolutely abhor it.
So we're supposed to be like secret agents?
We're trying to explain that, Arthur.
Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't understand what you guys were saying. I'm sorry.
That's so okay. I'll forgive you this one time, Arthur. But it's one of those things, if there's three of us trying to say something, we have to kind of go with the flow. Because there's going to be a point when I'm confused and you guys are telling me to do something and I'm going to have to listen.
So. Now.
I just nod my head.
What color is your visor?
Pink.
It's just white. I'm just acquiescing. It's just its normal white color.
Oh. There is a lot going on. There is a lot of powers at play. Not everyone is going to take a first year. You've all been in Strixhaven for 2 weeks.
I wrote an excellent article for the paper.
Yes, I read it. It was fantastic. But
yeah.
You have to understand, a lot of things happen. This is the janitor. What's your name? Lloyd? Lloyd. Meet Lloyd. Lloyd.
Hi, Lloyd. I'm sorry I lied to you, Lloyd.
How many times a week, Lloyd, do you find a destroyed lab? He's like, I don't know, I found 3 today. You're in a school where people are experimenting. Things happen. I believe you. Okay? But I have to convince the people who are above me. Okay? And I am a professor, and I will have difficulty doing that. We need hard proof.
I guess I thought that you would need our assistants as witnesses. And,
it was a miscommunication, Arthur. But yes, if the majority of you have the same consensus, perhaps you should heed them. But I do admire that you stand by your convictions.
That's why we love him.
Well, I haven't gotten there yet, but I'm growing fond of him.
You will. He's very charming.
Yes, Melora.
Wait,
He would actually use your last name, but I don't know what your last name is. Frost?
Frostglow, Professor.
Well, it cuts off. That's why. I only have Frost G. so it cuts off on my note. Miss Frostglow, yes?
We need a way to reach Rosie.
Yes. And that was what that professor was going to help me do. But he is arrogant. He is snobbish.
I can tell.
And it's going to be difficult to convince him.
I also can be very charming. What does he teach?
I forgot the name of the class. Hold on.
Do we know
What's
this?
his name?
You haven't met him.
Well, these are things that I am asking for.
I know. Hold on, I'm gonna give you his name.
Hold on. DM and trying to find stuff. Hold on, where'd it go? Not here anymore. There it is.
Seriously? Very funny. All right. So he is from the college. He is from the College of Lorehold. Okay. And he basically, his name is Augusta, and he is the Dean of Order. Following rules.
What of order?
The Dean of Order.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Okay, he is the Lorehold Professor of Order. So, he has no deviations. Very, by the book, straight and narrow.
Huh. That sounds like the way I view things. I wonder if I could potentially have a conversation with him and assist you in convincing him.
Well, considering the fact that he was already upset when I bothered him, see, usually he doesn't look like that. See, even Professor's spells go awry sometimes.
Ooh.
It sucks to suck. I'm sorry, I'm feeling really snarky and angry right now.
I see that. Okay. So.
My words are so powerful that I can actually hurt you. And I have to be very careful sometimes, you know.
Well, hopefully we'll get to that point.
Very careful, otherwise she'll devolve into Fern voice.
It's
No.
good to know.
Fern has appeared quite a bit today.
I know.
The game's feisty.
All right.
It's because the inflection that I use for Rio and for Fern is the same. It's just that one has a trill and a more whatever.
Okay, so Rux is gonna look at all of you. He says, "Now, again, I will support you. We can't have any more misunderstandings. The professors are not here to encourage this sort of behavior. In fact, they will try to put a stop to it."
Even if I'm working for the paper and I'm investigating?
Asking questions for the paper, but you will still get the same answers. They're not going to say, "Oh, we learned this, you should go look into that."
I mean, I can be very charming if I am not angry.
Well, I understand. I'm going to try to get Augusta to break the rules and contact the... I forgot Rosie's last name. Fizzlebaum? Oh,
I think that's it.
Was Fidlum's family, and perhaps set up a conversation with Rosie to make sure she's okay. Okay? And if I do that, will all of you be at ease?
Yes.
Great.
Yes, sir. I still think we should, in secret, investigate this strange pattern of occurrences for you.
Oh,
So,
we still are. Whether or not this guy says
because
yes or
there's
not.
I don't
definitely
know if I
something
want
going
to
on with the
know.
Black Emperor.
Okay. If you're going to continue your investigation, I suggest you keep it amongst yourselves. Again,
Yes, sir.
I will
Possible
assist you.
deniability.
I will assist you in any way that I can without breaking the rules or risking my tenure.
I know he threatened that.
Yes, he is the dean of
That
order.
seems rather
He can fire
unethical,
me.
sir.
What?
That seems rather unethical of him to do that.
Well, if I am consorting with
Assisting in
students
chaos?
and yeah,
You're just assisting students in investigating a potential issue. So I don't see why he would have the ethical position of being able to threaten your tenure over doing what is basically your responsibility and duty as teachers.
Can I
Well,
answer this? Can I
Arthur-
answer this?
okay.
Oh no, Thea can do
Watch
it.
out, wait.
Thea understands people with egos a lot better than I do. I get paid to make fun of them. Or at least my family did.
That's true. Though your explanations are actually rather quite entertaining when we get into it. But the gist of it, Arthur, is like we were explaining before, most of the professors, if you notice the trend, most of them have been very discouraging towards us when we have brought it up. So it's more of the more we press the matter, the more we're going to make them mad, the more that they're not going to want to join us and believe us. With Professor Ruxa, he believes us. However, if we make the others mad at him, then we have no one else at our side. So we must be quiet and we must be patient. And we
need to bring him
gather the
hard evidence.
Exactly.
Mm.
Rio, go for it.
Okay, so the reason why that these other professors are incapable of hearing what we have to say is they have this really big, huge, fragile ball called an ego. So what happens is when our words bounce into that ego, it could possibly damage it. And so when we possibly damage their ego, that is when they start throwing temper tantrums. And when people throw temper tantrums, they cover their ears and go, la, 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 I can't hear you, much like how children do. So we have to be really careful that what we say does not damage their ego, because everything that they hear and say first passes through their ego before it enters their eyeballs or their ears. It's like an invisible
visor
ball around their head.
Flashing like it's trying to process what she's saying, and then I say back to her, I say, I'm not familiar with this organ. I did not know that humanoid life forms possess such an organ.
And exactly. The thing is, it's one of those things. It's a hypothetical organ called an ego, and it's more of an emotional thing that people that feel like that they are superior. Like what happens first is that somebody has to be in a position of power where they feel superior over everybody else. And once they've achieved that, that's when they put this helmet of ego on that everything else is filtered through.
Okay, so is it an invisible helmet?
It's invisible. You can only tell when they start reacting to you upsettily when you start talking to them, and they start reacting to you angrily, even though you're talking about facts.
Rexa is just standing there, like, looking at the two of them back and forth, and then kind of looks over at Thea like, is this always like this?
Oh, yes, it's actually quite entertaining.
Oh.
You should have heard my Birds and the Bees story.
I,
Um,
let me see if I can
actually,
simplify
I can
this
see
for
why
you,
that would be inappropriate. Never
Arthur.
mind.
Let me see if I can put this as simple as possible. Teachers are older than you, and they believe that their age allows them to know more than you. And it's going to be very hard for them to listen to anything because they don't think you could teach them anything.
Because of their ego.
The reason is not important. Just the fact of the matter is, most of them are not going to deviate from their normal over the just your say.
Which is the hard
Without
evidence
hard
that is
evidence.
required.
Hard evidence.
Mhm.
We're going to need
Precisely.
hard evidence.
Very well, sir. We shall proceed. Thank you.
Okay. And again, I will make sure that I can reach out to Rosie and contact her. Give me some time to work on that. Go about your normal activities. Stay out of
I have
trouble.
to go to work soon.
Yes. Go do those things and stop. Don't get into trouble or get caught.
Well, the thing is, if I'm going around the school asking a lot of really weird questions, I could just say that I'm working for the paper, and I'm a new person in the school.
Yes.
So everything is weird.
That takes care of you. What's their excuse?
They
We're
are my
helping
friends,
her.
and I sent them on a mission.
We're her assistants, her colleagues in receiving information.
Just be
They
careful.
are my eyes and ears on the ground.
These are my informants.
This is the
These are
Scooby
my
Gang.
little birds. These are my little birds.
Little birds. All right, well,
My little birds.
just be careful.
I just don't. The thing is, I'll let them keep their tongues though, because I need them to tell me. I'm making a very niche reference. If you know the reference, I will be very happy.
I'm sorry. I started thinking about something else. What did you say?
Oh, I said these are my little birds, but I let them keep their tongues because
Oh,
I need them to tell me.
I know what you're talking. Little birds. That's from Game of Thrones. What's his name? Varys.
Varys.
Yeah.
The spider.
Yeah. But I was like, I didn't understand why you. Okay, never mind. So he is basically like, you guys got to go back to your normal activities. And as you're getting ready to leave, the janitor is like, Lloyd is like, excuse me, they can't leave, sir. What do you mean they can't? He's like, they have to clean up this mess. Professor Augusta said so. Okay, you're going to have to clean up.
That gives us enough time to. Oh, Arthur, that means you can sketch it really quick, better. And then we can clean it.
Okay.
I do have to go to work in an hour and a half,
Um,
according to Hair Past the Freckle.
I would hurry up. I would get to it then. Lloyd, see that they get whatever they need. He says, I'm gonna go deal with Augusta, and he heads off.
Wait, would that be performance? Yeah, that'd be performance, I suppose, right?
You
Or
do.
sleight of hand.
So you're trying to draw the thing. Like, do you have artistic talent? We have decided that because you drew. Like, you keep drawing
Yeah,
things.
'cause he drew
Yeah,
the
I guess it would
Yeah.
be.
better.
What would it be? Would it be sleight of hand or performance?
I would say sleight of hand because you're trying to.
It is a dexterous thing. I mean,
Right.
I'm an artist myself, and it
Right,
definitely
but this
requires
is-
dexterity. more
Right,
than
you're not trying to
charisma.
be. You're not trying to be creative or like bring out color. You're trying to be detail oriented. I would say it's dex. So, okay. You don't have any pluses in sleight of hand?
No, I don't.
Okay. All right.
I do.
I was just shocked that you didn't. Anyway, okay, so you start drawing the room and start sketching out the room and creating basically an image of the room so that you can see. At the same time, though, the rest of you are doing what? Because you got to clean the room before some of you need to be where you're supposed to be.
Well, probably what it is after he's done drawing a section, that part gets cleaned.
Okay. So you give him a little time to draw, and then you start cleaning up. So how are you gonna?
Right.
So what are you guys gonna do about cleaning this place up? Because you have broken glass.
Get a broom.
I mean, do we really got to like spell it out and roll anything just to say
No.
we clean up the
I was
room?
just wondering if like you can use any magic to put the glasses back together, or you're just trashing it all.
Unfortunately, don't have anything. I don't
Okay.
have anything.
That was it. Like if you're gonna use any mendings or anything like that.
Unless I
still don't
can
have
vicious
magic at all,
mockery
so.
it into to death. I have Mage Hand to kind of help me like pick up broken glass without hurting myself.
Okay, so you guys are just trashing everything, cleaning up the room, going through everything. Okay, cool. That was just it. I was wondering if like you were gonna try to like put it back or just.
No, none of us have mending.
All right.
How silly.
So while you guys are in there
question.
cleaning up, every now and then, X7 kind of like rolls in, opens up a little bin for you guys to dump stuff in, then he rolls out, disappears for a little while. As he rolls out, you can hear the stuff inside of him grinding up.
Quick question, DM.
Yes?
As we're now having to clean all this and everything, and that allows us to move things around, grab stuff, do we notice anything else?
No.
Okay. I was gonna say because like I would be looking.
I have a separate
I
question,
assumed, but you guys had really good like searches earlier, so there's like no new evidence.
I have a separate question. X7 keeps, he's in here to help us clean up effectively. Is the janitor sticking around too?
Yeah, he's in the hallway.
Okay. And I'm assuming he knows how to communicate with the bot, right? With X7.
Yeah, he just seems to talk to it. Like you would a pet.
Does it talk back though?
It beeps at him. It makes like little chirping.
So he understands his
like
language.
little chirping sounds.
Yeah. I'm gonna ask him if he could ask X7 a question for me.
Sure.
So, X7 is one of many of the kind of constructs that help clean up the college, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Would it be possible to communicate amongst them to find out if they know anything about a black sludge that has been cleaned up and or potentially stored by anyone on campus?
I mean, black sludge cleaned up. I guess we could ask around. So out of character, I'm gonna tell you they're not on a network. They would have to individually talk to each one. And there's hundreds of them, but yeah,
That's what I'm asking. I'm
Yeah,
asking him if they're on a network, basically, or not. And
yeah, no, they're not. So they could start asking around. The way he answers the question is you get that it would be a one-on-one basis, and they would just have to catch each one. It would take time.
do the constructs communicate with each other at all?
Generally, no. They're very simple. Yes, no, on it.
All right, never mind. That might be a dead end. Thank you, sir.
Sure thing.
And then I'll just help them clean after I finish the drawing.
At some point, I want to talk to Lloyd, if he's still here.
He has to hang around until you're finished.
Hey, Lloyd. Sir? I have a question.
Yes.
What did you think of my ego?
Every time he talks to
conversation?
you, he just gives you a suspicious look because he recognizes your voice.
I, first of all, wanted to apologize to you about lying.
I got that earlier, yeah.
But I wanted to make sure that you know, because you saw the whole thing that happened, you know? And so I just have a question.
Okay.
What did you think of my whole rant about ego?
You're very passionate.
Yeah, that's very true.
I mean,
you gave me another idea, Mr. Lloyd.
just Lloyd.
I know you obviously see all kinds of things that nobody else pays attention to in your position. So if you ever get a chance, like I'm in room, I'm in dorm X, room X, and if you could, I know it's a lot to ask, but if you see anything strange or weird, like a weird black, if you clean up any weird black goo, or you see any weird things that happen, could you let us know? Even if you wanted to send a note to us or something.
You mean like tar?
Well, it might seem a little bit like tar, but a bit slimier and a bit stinkier. It's like the residue that happens in the bog.
I've never been to the bog. I've never left the campus.
Well, have you ever seen? I'm sure you've seen some of the experiments gone wrong, and there was sometimes this black residue left behind, right?
I mean, I've seen all kinds of things. I've seen black holes left behind.
Well, that's scary. But
that was a scary time.
The thing is that we think somebody's using the magical residue slime in the bog for some nefarious purpose on campus. But the thing is, the professors, because they have this big ego helmet. I don't know why they would want to wear it, but they because of that big ego helmet, they don't want to believe us. But we think that our friend is in danger because he was investigating it for us.
That's why I lied to you. I'm sorry again.
I think that
you have a friend.
You could be helpful.
Mm-hmm. You think the ball, like you're very new here. What do you?
This is our second week.
Oh boy, this is like my second millennia.
Oh.
How can you be that old? Does he look like an elf or does he look human?
He looks human. He looks like an old human.
How could you be that old? I didn't think humans lived that long.
I don't. As long as I've been gender, I just don't seem to get any older. Keep saying I'm gonna retire, but I'm afraid if I retire, I'll just age, turn to dust. Plus, it's not really that hard. I have X7. You hear like chirping.
Well, you do a wonderful job around here, sir.
Oh, I don't do much. I keep the automatons working, make my rounds. The bunker seems to be the biggest area for work because
the what?
The bunker.
The bunker.
The labs. It's where you're at.
You were going to explain something about the bog that we did.
I mean, I can tell you what I know. I mean, it's slight more than you know, I guess. So the bog is residue is collected from the bog. It's used in all manner of things. In fact, that broom that she had, it's probably has bog residue on it. Because depending on what you use it for, it changes the look. I can tell you our X7 here has it in his gears. Makes them harder, stronger. So he can break down anything we put inside of him.
Have you ever seen the residue cause strange magical effects that turned things into monsters to attack people, like mimics and or fire imps and giant toads.
I mean, it depends on what you're using it for. I've seen the residue, and we don't call it residue. We have a different name for it. Except I closed that page because I was looking at Dean's. Where is it? Well, he'll go on to tell you that they use it basically in everything. Anything that has magical properties, they use it to enhance magical properties, to strengthen magical properties. It's used in props for like stage plays to like make them seem more realistic, to bring costumes to life, to keep capes like he's like Bubba Gump when he starts talking about shrimp. He starts telling you all the things that this stuff can be used in. He just keeps going on and on and on, because it is just that key ingredient to warp magic. Now, he's seen it gone awry? Yes, in his long time being here, he has seen some strange things, but he's never seen it turn to black ichor. That's a new one on him.
What's
If
the
you
robot's
see
name
anything
again?
like that,
What was?
please tell us. Let us know. That would be wonderful and stuff.
Druid, I didn't hear your question.
I'm sorry, what was the robot's name again?
X7.
Thank you.
I mean, if I see it, if I hear about it, I will definitely find you all and let you know.
Thank you,
We
sir.
greatly appreciate it.
Well,
all right. Did we do a
that's
good? Did we
looking
do a
good.
good enough job cleaning up?
You all can get on your ways. Looks like you might be a little bit late, miss.
I am.
So, me and X7 will take it from here. Get going. Be careful. Let's not destroy another lab this week, please.
We didn't even destroy this one. Do we get at least one a week?
Let's keep it to a minimum. Once a month. There's a lot of students.
That's a minimum? Oh, I can do that for sure.
No, a minimum would be you destroy none.
Are you late for your class, Myth Rio?
Oh, I'm waiting for my job.
Yeah.
Oh, would you like me to run you there?
Sure. But like only to the door that I can walk in through the door. Because I probably have about 5 minutes until I have to clock on.
So climb on my back and I'll run you there.
Okay.
So
I'll meet you back at the phones.
I'm assuming Rio doesn't weigh a whole lot.
No. I imagine she's only like barely 5 feet tall. I don't even know how tall are.
You didn't put her weight and height in the stats?
Of course not.
Of course she didn't. Like no age, no weight, no nothing.
Nobody knows how old Rio is. She's never told anybody.
That's fair.
And even
None of her
to be
friends
honest with
know.
you, since satyrs are so new to D&D as a player character race, I don't know what their age range is.
It's like half.
I'm gonna roll my athletics check.
It's pretty close to like half elves. All right, I am getting the message. I did get a message though that it is time to take a break. Before I do that though, I will Oh, athletics check. Okay. Um, what day did we say it was? Wasn't it Monday? Yeah, it was your first class. It was Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, from on Faerun, that would just be called first day. They literally call the days by the day of the week it is. It's first day, second day, third day.
All through it goes through 10
Yeah,
days.
it's 10 day. It's a 10-day week in Faerun.
Oh, it's a 10-day week in Faerun? Oh,
Mhm.
excellent.
Yeah, so their months all have 30 days. There is no deviation, but they're holiday months. So there's holidays that are a separate day in between the months. So the month will have 30 days, then there's one single day that's a holiday, and then it's the next day is 30 days. So they still have a 365 day of the year calendar. And then there's other holidays that fall on one of the 30 days, and they have a 12-month calendar. It's a calendar of Harptos. I could send you a link to it. But yeah, it would be first day.
Yeah. No, I'm asking because of the Strixhaven star.
Okay. Yeah, you were using the Faerun calendar. That was the
Yeah,
dates you were
I just
using.
have Elinth 14, 40, 90 DR.
Yeah, because they don't, like I said, they don't really use days of the week. They use the date. So Elinth is the month.
So are we,
It's equivalent to like September.
I'm writing a new article. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, they'll just put the 16th of Nth.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
I'll post the. I'm gonna set the calendar up in Fantasy Grounds right now. If you click on it, it just shows blank, but there
Okay.
will be a calendar there that you can look at, so you can see what day of the week it is and everything.
Love that for us. Okay.
We're gonna take a quick break because I believe Cheerful has to put children to bed, and I believe Lady M, who sent me the message, has got to put her children to bed. So we'll take a quick, like, 10-minute break, and then we'll get back into it. All right, chat. Don't go anywhere. Is everybody back?
Come back. I'm looking at the calendar real quick. So
We're live, by the way.
Oh, we are?
Yeah, I hit the button because the countdown was over. So I was like, wait, before you say anything you might not want to share.
I was just going to say that in August, like you and I talked about potentially starting earlier some of the time. I think we could potentially do that in August.
Oh, nice. Yeah, just let me know the
need
dates.
to confirm that with Druid, obviously true, but I'm pretty sure that I could. I mean, if in regards to bandwidth and banter, for sure, that won't be an issue in August.
Cool.
So, but I mean, it depends on when we want to shift it. So.
No. Well, we were gonna have it. I was gonna talk about it after because next session, which was supposed to be the 25th, Cheerful's not here. So either we shift the day, or we're not gonna be able to play. So I was thinking maybe we play like on the 1st, and then double up 2 weeks.
Yeah, that could actually be perfect because on the 1st. Druid and I are going to have a Bandwidth and Banner episode, a special one and that's going to be at 2 p.m.
Oh, okay,
cool. So that would mean that we'd be, but I can't confirm for her that she's okay with doing it earlier. But I know from my end, because of that, I can do it earlier. So if we did it that way, and then we could re-switch it from there, right? And also on the 15th of August. Our interview of that person will be on will be a 2 p.m. one. So.
Oh yeah, so we could do like the 1st, the 15th. Yeah, that'd be fine with me too. So yeah, so like I said, I'm willing to work around your schedule for bandwidth and banter. So I was gonna say we would talk about it after the thing. This way we can get Druid's buy-in as well.
Okay, sounds good. Is it possible then that we could potentially quit a little bit early tonight to get that conversation done?
Yes.
So I can get to bed by midnight? Oh, awesome.
Yeah. No, we're gonna end a little bit earlier today.
Okay.
And then what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, because also, my daughter graduated from high school and stuff, so our visits are gonna be a little bit more, free form. So, she'll probably, she can come up in the middle of the week. She can come on Fridays. So, it's going to be a little bit more leeway with her not being in school. I guess it's just going to depend on what she's going to do with work or whatever. So, so one of the reasons is, we were alternating times is because I was afraid that I wouldn't wake up in time to go get her on Saturday mornings because sometimes I got to leave here at 5:30 in the morning. And if we're playing until 1 o'clock, that means I'm only getting 4 hours of sleep. Now, granted, I generally don't get a lot of sleep anyway, but when I need it is when,
I get you. You want to protect you and your family while you're driving. Yeah, I get you.
And it is an 45-minute trip to get her and then 45 minutes back. So we're in the car for an hour and a half.
Wow. Yeah, that's a hike.
Yeah, she comes up on the train because if I were to pick her up, I did it once. I drove to her where her mom, they live in Brooklyn. So I live in Connecticut and my ex lives in Brooklyn. So one time I went to pick her up. It took me about 2.5 hours to get to her house. That was just one way. And then coming back because of the traffic took me 4.5 hours.
Holy shit.
So I was like, I spend the whole time in the car. And then by the time after a 4-hour trip, you don't want to do anything. You just kind of want to decompress, especially driving in New York. So what she does is she takes the Metro North up and meets me in Brewster, upstate New York. And
it's less traffic. Gotcha.
A lot less traffic. She sits on the air. She sleeps. She gets on the train and she goes to sleep. And when she gets to Brewster, they wake her up. So
gotcha.
But, the Metro North is a lot different than the subway. It's air conditioned. There's conductors. She she's safe. Like, it's not the same type of train system. So, because, yeah, or else I would be spending 8 hours in the car just to take her home and pick her up.
Right.
Hi, chat. We're just waiting for everybody to get back. I got back too soon, evidently.
For some 10 minutes means 15.
Yeah, I know.
Hydrate, you bastard! Hydrate!
See, I'm so glad I filled up my water again. But I was like, no more breaks. We played one of the Saturday games. We played for like 8 hours, no break. Like, nobody even said anything. And I was like, I like really have to go to the bathroom. Like, why? And it was like, we took no break. I'm like, oh, that would have done it. That was, yeah.
Yep. Yep. That's a good one. We haven't done a long stretch one like it in a while. But
Do you have a picture of Lloyd the janitor?
I do not.
Okay.
I'll get you one though, because I know what he looks like in my brain, and if I have to, I'll throw it out.
Yeah.
It doesn't. Unfortunately, it doesn't give me a picture for every NPC.
what about X7?
I actually, there's a bunch of pictures of the automatons. I'll get you guys one of those too, because they're all different types of shapes. But X7, I'll get you a picture though.
Hey, Druid, Havoc said that we're going to probably wrap up a little bit early tonight so that we can briefly talk about
schedules.
Like an earlier schedule for this in August.
Actually,
assuming that would also be better for Cheerful Bacon and Lady Magdala as well.
Yeah. I think you would think that. But remember, Cheerful... So, here's the thing. With Cheerful, if we started earlier, it would be like their dinner time. Because she's 3 hours behind us. Well, she's in the same thing as Rio. But you don't have children running around. You have birds.
I have a bird and a husband. That's it.
Yeah. Well, like, you eat when I feed you. That's it. No.
The man-child. The man-child.
Children are a little bit... I put mine in a coma, though. My daughter, she went into... Because I made food, and she went into a food coma. So she's been out since she came over here and ate the pickle. That was the last time I saw her. So I'm glad with that. But yeah, honestly, if we're gonna stop a little bit earlier, we don't have much more to go. So I think we're gonna wrap a couple of things up. Probably should have just played through the break. But I'm waiting for Cheerful. Nobody heard her, right? Okay.
We had to put our kids to bed, right? So we couldn't have played through the break. Same thing with...
Yeah, Lady well, M. that's true. Well, no, Lady M doesn't have her child.
Yeah, so as of right now, whenever we play Strixhaven, I don't have her that weekend.
You will next time.
You know, depending... Yeah. When schedules switch, it'll be like, oh, well, yes, I do, then I don't. But no, so far it's been landing on the weekends I don't have her, which makes it a little bit easier.
Yeah. Right, because Strixhaven...
But on a Friday, too, you know, the halflings can stay up a little bit.
Well, we have our kids at the same time. That's why. So Strixhaven was designed so I didn't have my daughter the next day. That's why you don't have your daughter. But with her graduating and hitting 18, now it's like, whatever. You come whenever you want.
I don't know what is going on, but I'm like got pressure on this eye and it's driving me up the wall. Like bad pressure. You know, I just want to...
I'm
Well,
back.
you're not wearing. Oh, you're back.
Hey.
Welcome back.
Cool. Yay. All
Yeah,
right.
I'm not wearing my other lenses. It might be part of the problem.
All right. So one of the things that Lloyd would have told you, okay, he would have told you this story, and you could pretty much take it from him verbatim. I hope there's nothing in there that I shouldn't have said. For chat, I probably will read it out. All right, so I sent it into Discord because that was just easier, and then you can refer to it. But basically, he tells you about the Eldritch Bomb, okay, and it is created in Discord. I put it into
In the COC
In our
text.
COC.
yeah.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
So he'll let you know that the Eldritch Bomb is used by Strixhaven for decades. It is an alchemic salve made from sludgery, acidic waters of the sludge moor. Once these waters undergo an alchemic process in Witherbloom's faculty laboratories, the resulting bomb is used to magically treat and strengthen objects, from storage trunks to cooking vats to stage props and much more. The bomb's effects differ depending on the objects treated, but it typically provides resistance to certain types of damages and other protection useful on campuses where magic often goes awry. So that's the bit he would have told you about what you guys are like talking about. He gave you the nuts and bolts of it. Like, and he'll tell you people call it all different types of things, but this is the actual name of it. They call it the magic sludge, the goo, the slime, the magic slime, but this is the actual name for it. And it is processed in Witherbloom by faculty, not students.
That it was the plumber, not plumber, the janitor who told us the name of the substance. When we've talked to different faculty teachers who didn't say that name.
Well, he's been here a while.
Right, but
still, you would think that if it's used in all these things, you would think they would know about it.
They do.
True.
So remember, a lot of the times you guys have just been saying, "Oh, this black stuff from the moor," like the information has been choppy. So it's the janitor that finally realized what you were talking about.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm finding interesting.
I've been going back in the notes, and it was Rosie that actually told about it before, but I wrote bomb instead of bomb.
Oh, bomb. Like B-O-M-B.
Yeah, I put sludge
We're all
equals
gonna die.
corrupted into a bomb instead of a bomb.
Like, even Rosie was a little bit off. So this old, ancient-looking janitor is the one that kind of cleared it up a little bit for you.
With age comes wisdom.
Mm-hmm. And again, he's old. Like he said, he's about 2,000 years old. We lost Cheerful.
Again. Yep. The image has disappeared.
Yeah, I saw. It was on the corner, just the edge of my eye. So, with that information being released, you guys have been sent out into the wilds. Rio, you're going to try to get to work. The rest of you are going to go about your business for the week. And the days are going to kind of continue on. Thea, you will go to work. You will get situated. Rio, you're trying to keep up with your things. But not too much happens over the next few days. It's pretty quiet while you're waiting for word and you continue your investigations. So what you guys are going to do is tell me what you're going to be doing over the next few days for next session to further your investigations, or if you're just going to go along normally with your classes and everything. We're not going to do that now. You have until next session to think about it. And the next session, we're going to go through all of your individual stuff. Okay? But time will pass because it's going to be a few days. Okay?
Mhm.
And I think, like, I don't know if Cheerful's back yet. Oh, I do see her. Well, I see her picture, but I don't know if she's back.
I'm back.
Oh, welcome back. So, we are going to wrap up a little bit earlier because we're going to talk about schedules and seeing if we can get a little bit earlier start and shift a few days around. Cheerful's not here for the next schedule session, so we might move it back to the 1st instead of the 25th, I think it was. Right, Cheerful?
Yeah, 25th.
Okay. So we'll probably move it to the 1st. So we're going to talk about that. But chat, we're not going to keep you here for all that stuff. What we're going to probably do is raid into somebody who is actually playing some Dungeons and Dragons. And while I do that, would you guys like to do your promotions for like Bandwidth and Banter, who did an interview today, which was absolutely fun? Or
Lady M.
no, or Lady M who streams, Cheerful who streams, Druid who should be streaming again soon.
Soon.
All right, you guys do that. I'm going to look for somebody to raid into. Whichever one of you feel like starting. Rio, you do it. Druid, you seem to have that presence.
Absolutely fantastic at it.
Okay, you guys. So Fern is going to sit here and tell you guys that you have to go make sure, first and foremost, you have to make sure that you are not only following Havoc, because he's super cool and everything. You have to make sure that you give him money, okay? Because he spent money to make sure that I could play a satyr, okay? So you have to make sure that we pay him back, and the best way to do that is to give him money,
Oh, God.
okay? So, but you're gonna do that first and foremost. Secondly, you're also gonna turn around and you're gonna also follow Stormy D_SSG right now. He is also super cool, and he also does this super cool thing called Bandwidth and Banter. He also is doing like a 3-shot where he's playing Dungeons and Dragons. And see, there we go. Look at that. Thank you, Cheerful,
Thank you,
for
Cheerful.
listening. And so he's doing a 3-shot right now with some super cool people on every other Sunday. And he also DMs for us tomorrow over on his channel. And he also does Bandwidth and Banter with me. And also he does Oblivion. He's playing Oblivion on Thursday. So you should go give him money too, because that's super cool. And then after you spend money there, you're gonna turn around and you're gonna go spend more money over on Cheerful Bacon, because Cheerful Bacon makes super cool stuff. It does arts and crafts, and also sometimes does like Clue and everything. It does like group games and stuff like that once a month, and it's super awesome. And you should go do that and spend money over there so she could buy more arts and craft stuff, because we have to enable people and their super cool stuff that they do. And then after that, you're going to go over and you're going to spend the remaining 5 cents that you have after spending all of the money over on Lady M. And it's going to be great. You're going to have a fantastic time. I don't know what you're playing. Wait, I remember. Dune.
Yay, Dune. Dune is my new addiction. Actually, I might be done soon.
It's been for a while.
No. Well, I mean, I've done everything that I could think of doing. Now I'm gonna have to look up what the secret achievements are, because I think I got all the regular ones.
Oh, hold on. I think Fern forgot somebody, so
I don't know who we're talking about.
Laura
No, I'm pretty
Yes,
sure.
yes. So you've got this wonderful thing, if any of you have this Amazon Prime, because you can once a month support any streamer with a Prime sub. So make sure that if you haven't already and you still have it available and you forgot about it, go on over to Druid IRL, because she will start streaming soon, eventually, some point. But regardless, she has the chaos stream of entertainment that is so much fun. And really, it's a game of will she play or will she just enjoy the chaos? You never know. You never know what you're going to get. And it's fantastic. Absolutely funny. Her laugh is contagious, as you probably can tell here tonight. So make sure you go over to Druid IRL and give her a follow. And if you have that Prime sub, go ahead and why don't you share it with her as well? Or if you do happen to still have some money and you save it off of someone else, give her a follow and a subscribe. Okay, thanks.
Yay! All right. Yes, go
Yay.
follow all these wonderful people.
I love
They
you,
are
Druid.
amazing, and if I didn't have them, I would be nobody. So, that being said, we're probably going to go over and raid Pandemonium TTRPG. They started about an hour ago, but they scheduled to play like 4 hours. Everybody else that I follow is already like 3 to 4 hours in, so they're probably all going to finish soon. So we're going to go over to them. I just started following them, so this is probably my first raid into them, and we'll see how that goes. But I knew a lot of the people that I talk to or follow are in the chat, so we'll see what happens. That being said, I don't have another D&D game till Tuesday now, so I might do some Dune during the week, but we'll see what happens. Again, thank you for my wonderful players. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for hanging out. Cheerful, thank you for the subscription. You need to stop doing that. And we will see everybody hopefully Tuesday. All right, say goodnight, all.
Good night, all.
Good night, all.